How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the blog. My name is Jamie, and today we're going to take a look at the best 3 TV shows to come out this year so far. It has only been 3 months. We're only 3 months into this year, and we have 3 bangers and 2 honorable mentions. But this will be spoiler-free because I highly recommend you guys go check these out, watch them, enjoy them, like them, so we can get more positive content like this. Because lately, it seems to be a trend that for every good TV show we get fucking 10 to 20 at best mid TV shows, and it's kind of terrible. So whenever there are good TV shows that are created and put out there, I like to call attention to them. And so first, we are going to start with Fallout Season 2. You can check it out over on Prime Video. Amazon, and man, they knock it out of the park. This might be on par going to be like the best adaptation of any video game ever. They're working on it. The story is not done yet. We're only in season 2. I could see it maybe going 4 seasons with this current storyline. I'm not sure, but the chemistry between the characters, the world building, the sets, the action, everything feels great. And the comedy lands most of the time. Where I do have a few complaints, and like I said, spoiler-free as possible, so I'm not going to get into too much depth here. I feel like certain characters from the first season, despite everything they went through in the first season, are still relearning the same lessons that they had to learn in the first season, and they're still making the same mistakes. That grinds on my nerves a little bit, and then there are certain jokes, punchlines that they started in season 1 that are now taking up a big chunk of story, and I don't think they're important enough for that. But for the most part, everything else fires on all cylinders. I care about the main characters. If they were to die, I would feel the impact. Walton Goggins' character has a mission, and he is devoted to finishing that mission. A man that's had everything taken away from him, and he's looking to get some of it back. Lucy is a great character for this world. Naive, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, in a world where no one's good. No one is good in this world. No one has clean hands, because if you're going to survive, you cannot be a morally good person in this world. And I think it's been a fantastic watch. I'm going to set it at an 8 out of 10 right now. There's room for improvements. Like I said, there are certain story arcs that started as jokes that kind of just need to be cut. They needed to be cut like 6 episodes ago, all right? The joke is overplayed. So, but other than that, and like I said, the characters relearning the same lessons. Hopefully in season 3, we have these characters develop a little bit, because it's like they got brainwiped from everything they learned from the first season. And so it's very noticeable if you actually watch the first season. But other than that, yeah, I'm setting it at a really good 8 out of 10. I feel like it is very easy to watch. It's everything is kind of undercut with a certain tone of wackiness that is from the Fallout universe. So nothing is ever quite right, and nothing ever seems quite right. It's a little tilted. And so I really like that style of comedy, and love the characters, the acting. Walton Goggins and the actress that plays Lucy play off of each other fantastically. There's great chemistry on screen, and the action is chef's kiss. Love it. So going on to the second one, and unfortunately, I've seen that not many people have watched this, so I do urge you to go watch this. The second movie I'm talking about is Wonder Man over on Disney+. I'm going to say this right now. I saw the trailer, and I was like, this looks stupid. All right, I didn't want to watch it, but I flicked it on. I was like, I'll give it 1 episode. I ended up binge watching the whole thing. It's fantastic. Writing, character development, world building, everything interweaves so seamlessly. The jokes are there. Let me explain. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10, and it is probably the Marvel project that has by far the least amount of action in it, and I didn't care because the storytelling and the characters and the dynamics between the characters were so good. Okay, it had a very, very, very little action in it, and I did not care at all. I was so invested in it that the action wasn't even necessary, in my opinion. So, with all that said, great characters. I want to see these characters again. I want to see them touch on the story and reference the story again. It's fantastic. If you are only going to watch one Marvel TV show, this is the one I would recommend you guys watch, honestly. And it's a great standalone. You don't need to know a whole lot about some other stuff, and the things you do need to know, it tells you. So, with that being said, yes, Wonder Man is a 10 out of 10. I have no notes. My only problem with it is I want more, and that's a good problem to have. And then we're going to number 1, which is A Knight of Seven Kingdoms. You can check that out over on HBO Max. And this is so damn good. It feels so grounded. It doesn't feel like it is fantasy. It feels like this could be historically, these people went through this. That's how grounded it feels. It feels real. It feels gritty. It feels grounded. It feels like this person over here might die from a fucking stubbing their toe. The characters are fantastic. Our main character, Duncan the Tall, is humble and skittish, but he is a big man. And it kind of follows... I'm not going to tell you anything that it doesn't show in the trailer, but it kind of follows the same story path starting out as, I don't know if you've seen Heath Ledger's A Knight's Tale. It kind of follows that, but very rated R. It is made by the creators of the Game of Thrones, and I guess it's based off of a book from George R.R. Martin. I believe that's his name. If I'm wrong, skewer me in the comments. But, yeah, the dynamics between the characters, your evil characters are fucking evil characters, your good characters. But anyhow, essentially, this follows a squire whose knight has passed away, and he decides that he is going to take up the mantle of a knight and become a knight. And not a knight in the way that this world depicts them. Knights are kind of like corrupted, for the most part. Knights in this world are kind of like corrupted cops, all right? They work for the rich, and, you know, they rule with an iron fist. And he's bringing back the traditional types of knight. Defend the weak, help those who can't help themselves, honor, integrity. And I'm telling you, dude, there's a fight scene. Oh my god, there is a trial by combat fight in this that is just absolutely bonkers. I'm not going to go into it. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the chemistry between Duncan the Tall and Egg and everyone else, the twists, the turns, the characters, I care so much about the characters. When there's a death, it's like my head explodes. So good. It is a 10 out of 10, and I cannot wait for another season. Go cancel House of the Dragon, shut that shit down, get rid of those writers, and let these people cook, because they know what the hell they're doing. They know how to write characters, they know how to write scenes, and they know how to include stakes in these moments where, yes, if there is failure, there are consequences. Not you failed and then everything's okay for some reason. It's so good. It's absolutely fantastic. And those are... We've got 3 in 3 months that are absolute bangers. Can confirm you should go watch Fallout, Wonder Man, and A Knight of Seven Kingdoms. Go check them out. Now, I have 2 honorable mentions, and they're honorable mentions because I've only seen the first 2 episodes of them so far. The first one being Scrubs Season 10. They brought all the cast back. You can tell it's the same writer, it's the same people. If you're a Scrubs fan, I think you're really going to enjoy it. It feels really good. It feels nostalgic. It's great to see where these characters have ended up after this time. The jokes land. JD's daydreams are just on par. The internal dialogue with him works. This is far better than Scrubs Med School, which is the worst season, but I don't think it's... There's some good stuff in that season, but it is by far the worst of all of it, and it seems like they've come back around to their roots with Dr. Cox, JD, Turk, Carla, Elliot, all of these, and they're older now, more mature, and they've all went about their lives in different ways. And I really enjoy. It's still Scrubs. It still has the goofy comedy tone, but I do enjoy. It does have a little bit more of a mature tone than it used to. And from the first 2 episodes, I can tell you 2 thumbs up. If you enjoy Scrubs or if you enjoy sitcoms of this way, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It does have time to fumble the ball, don't get me wrong, but from the first 2 episodes, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoy what I've seen so far. And the next one, I actually just discovered over the weekend, and it is called DTF St. Louis, as in Down to Fuck St. Louis. This is a TV show on HBO Max. I saw a trailer. I saw a trailer of just scrolling through Facebook, and I saw my boy David Harbour just dancing, fucking cutting a rug, just fucking getting it. And I was like, what the hell is this? And so it had it hashtag DTF St. Louis, and I was like, you know what? I'll throw it on. I'll see what it's about. And whoa. All right. If you like drama, if you like comedy, if you like heartfelt relationships and bonding, I was so invested in these characters halfway through the first episode. There's only 2 episodes out right now, but wow. They set this stuff up, and there's some scenes where it's like, was that just an awkward acting thing, or is it what I think is happening? Surely not. No, it's what you think is happening. And they tie it all up and bring it all around to intertwining with each other. And there are certain parts that just made me mad. And it was meant to. It's not that it was bad, and that's why I was mad. It's really hard to explain without spoiling anything, but just know David Harbour and Jason Bateman are nailing this. Their chemistry on screen and their diving into these characters are phenomenal. DTF St. Louis is one to keep an eye on. I'm gonna keep watching it with its weekly episode releases, and I'll get back to you. But guys, I'm heavily invested right now. There's betrayal, there's drama, there's comedy, this is also like a murder mystery also involved in it, and it's leading me down a rabbit hole. Okay, there's red herrings everywhere. I'm not sure what to believe. We keep finding more evidence, along with the flashbacks and the stories being told to how we got to where we got. Oh, it's so hard not to spoil this one. I highly recommend. I feel like this is going to be a hidden gem that not many people are going to see. And go check it out. DTF St. Louis on HBO Max. I promise you won't regret it. It's so good. And so those are my 2 honorable mentions, along with the 3 bangers we've already gotten this year. It's looking like it's going to shape up for a really, really good year for TV shows, and I'm here for it. I am along for the ride. So, have you seen any of these? What did you think of them? Let me know down in the comments, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.